say the cat is in the sack when you are not the cat in the sack.
It was in the year of 2012, a wet and rainy June. Recession, unemployment and perpetuating gloom. But eventually the time it came to leave it all behind, as we headed off to Poland for the highlight of our lives. We'd scrimped and saved for 7 months, the likes you'd never seen. I scrapped the house insurance, every night was toast and beans. The credit union, AIB, me folks, I bled them dry. For a one-way ticket, Ryanair, Slán live until July.
The player, the game.
So with bunting hats and banners all aboard the hired coach, on the way to Dublin Airport with a six-pack for the road, there was Joxer Junior, Mulligan, myself and Mick O'Brien. Our houses all remortgaged to cheer on the boys in green. The crack, sure it was 90 inside the airport bar. At 6 a.m, 200 fans with time to have a jar. A Carlsberg and 4 pints of stout, the first of many more. And a solemn pledge that everything that happens stays on tour.
Don't jump the gun.
Oh, the heat was unforgiving when in Poznan we arrived. A mad scramble for the luggage and the factor 55. All the pots and pans and sleeping bags and ground sheets for the damp were packed into the bus and we were en route to the camp. Eventually the tents were pitched, our minds then turned to food. Joxer said to not try local grub would be considered rude, but thoughts of Polish sensitivities were soon knocked on the head when Mick produced a pack of rashers and a pan of Brennan's bread.
Be careful the cat.
Next up it was decided it was time to hit the town. In the market square a sea of green covered every inch of ground. A sing-song had started up saluting Robbie Keane, and 1,000 voices called out for a team of Gary Breens. The session seemed unending, we hadn't got a care. €1 for a pint of beer, we felt like millionaires. Oh, the lads were in their glory with the talent all around, and Mick complained there weren't boards like these back home in Cavan Town.
We must believe this.
Top turned to team selection, a controversial team. Who'd worry Iniesta, Moore, Steve Hunt or Jane McLean? All agreed that Keane and Walters were the best choice in attack, with Dunn, St Ledger, John, O'Shea and Kelly at the back. Keith Andrews and Glenn Whelan were preferred to poor Paul Green. The lads from Cork lamented we no longer had Roy Keane. Oh, so much debate and squabble on a simple 4-4-2, though not a person thought to mention Baldy Stephen, you know who.
Dan, St Ledger, Duff, McGeady.
First up it was Croatia, Luka Modric was the threat. Eamon Dunphy swore they'd beat us well, his house he said he'd bet. The stadium was heaving with every shade of green, and the tension overflowing as we sang our own Naveen.
I think now going to the creek.
90 minutes laboured slowly as the Croats penned us in. Shay Given was inspired as they pressed but couldn't win. Then McGeady rose the highest to a ball in extra time, and Eamon Dunphy contemplated moving out of Dublin 9.
I don't care. You can throw me off this panel, but I'm going to speak my mind.
Then was delirium and Trap appealed for Cam, but his team had won the hearts of every Irish girl and man. Back home in drunken revelry they danced out in the rain and argued by how many goals we'd slay the mighty Spain. But no matter how we daydreamed, it wasn't meant to be. A 1-0 win gives Spain the points at Torres penalty, but Trapp said there was one more game defeat he would suspend. A do or die, a final joust against his countrymen.
Mentality, attitude, personality, identity.
So anxious and expectant, the fateful day arrived. Fears of Pirlo inspiration or a Balotelli dive. Adrenaline and alcohol combined to fuel the roar of a sea of singing green-clad men who prayed for 2 weeks more. De Rossi scored from 20 yards, in fairness 'twas sublime, but Whelan gave the Irish hope a strike before half-time. The second half was end to end, no breakthrough could be seen, till an added time the ball fell to an unmarked Robbie Keane.
What a great performance in from the start to the end.
Pandemonium and ecstasy, the stand began to sway. Those cheers were heard in Ireland when he stuck the ball away. Total strangers started kissing, plastic hammers filled the air. Manuela ran the touchline, stripped off to her underwear. Then Robbie celebrated with a cartwheel and a bow. Delaney joined the frenzy, threw his tie into the crowd. Cameras flashed as Trapp was interviewed and asked about his team, and with tearful eyes he praised them for their personality.
I am a little bit emotional.
Oh, the details I remember of that night are far and few, though safe to say a mighty celebration did ensue. We died and gone to heaven, Joxer said he'd not go back to grey skies, unemployment and that poxy household tax. A moment etched in history, Trapp justified his plan, and we reckon God himself must be a closet Irish fan. The group of death was conquered with a quarter-final date versus England and a chance to relive Stuttgart 88.
Houghton! 1-0!
Well, our focus now's on Rio and the saving starts anew. Trapp brought us to the Euros, can he add a World Cup too? We're back again on home soil and it all feels like a dream. Those heady weeks in Poland cheering on the Irish team. An unforgettable experience, great laughs and joyful tears. Someday we'll watch it all again, unreeling in the years. Oh, the thoughts of that adventure brings me out and goosebumps still. And if you're wondering about the England match, we fucking hammered them 4-0.